Welcome back to the breakdown. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Speedefy Wi-Fi router. This is a router that takes your home internet and turns it into Wi-Fi. Now, a few things with this. You do need a modem from your internet provider. This does not have a built-in modem included, and it just takes that internet from your internet provider and turns it into Wi-Fi. Now, it's a very nice Wi-Fi router, but it is more of a budget-friendly Wi-Fi router. And we're going to be comparing it to other similar priced, budget-friendly Wi-Fi routers. It's definitely not the cheapest one out there. It definitely has a lot more features than some of the extremely budget-friendly ones that are very cheap. But it's a little unfair to compare this to some of the more higher-end Wi-Fi routers that are 2 or 3 or even more times expensive than this. Now, this does, though, have a lot of features that do make it stand out compared to other Wi-Fi routers of a similar price. So we're going to be breaking that all down and talking about it here, letting you know everything you need to know about the Speedefy Wi-Fi router. Hey everybody, Future Luke real quick, jumping in here. If you want to find this on Amazon, I do have a link to it down below in the show notes and in the first comment. I refer to these as budget. It's a sub $100 Wi-Fi router because pricing changes. I hate to give exact pricing in these videos because then by the time I publish it, it's probably dated. So check that link down below if you want to find out current pricing for this on Amazon right up to the minute you're interested in looking at it. Now, back to past Luke, and don't forget, link in the show notes. First though, if you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, and hopefully we can help you learn something new. This time about this Wi-Fi router, and maybe next time about something totally different. So let's dive into it. Now, a few things here. This is the actual Wi-Fi router. I think the big thing back here is all the ports with it. Of course, it does come with a power cable. It does come with one Ethernet cable to go from your modem into this Ethernet port here to connect it to your Wi-Fi router. Now, one thing, they do advertise this as a 5-port Ethernet. Well, technically it does have 5 Ethernet ports here, but one of them is designed to connect to your modem to take the internet from the modem to the Wi-Fi router and back out. So there's actually only 4 other ports on here to go and send the internet out through Ethernet to other devices. I know in my office I'm hardwired in Ethernet, even with all the new improved Wi-Fi 6, which this does have, it's still by far the best way if you can do it. But you only have 4 here. You may need to get some other devices maybe to give you more Ethernet ports if that is a big issue to you. Now with this, a few things to know right off the bat. And I will say though, the advertising of 5 ports but only having 4 to go out is a very standard thing that a lot of modem companies do, that I'm not a big fan of because it makes you think you can plug 5 devices into it to get internet. No, one of those Ethernet ports is actually designed to take the internet in and then stream it back out. So you need an Ethernet cord to go from your modem to the Wi-Fi router, so keep that in mind. A few things about the setup and the software. Very easy setup with this. It quickly connects to your system. Setting up the Wi-Fi network name, the passwords, etc. was very easy. It also comes with some fairly standard parental controls. Not the best parental controls in the world. Honestly, if you're looking for parental controls, I don't think any router Wi-Fi device is the best for that. Now, a few things with this. It is a budget-friendly one. It definitely does not have quite the range of devices that are 2 or 3 times its cost. I will say though that compared to similarly priced Wi-Fi routers that I've tested in the past, this is actually equally as range. So compared to similarly priced ones, even from some bigger names that we know out there, this offers a similar reach around the home. I've been very impressed with its reach, and it definitely exceeded my expectations. I think the average American in an average apartment or average standard size home should have one device be able to cover it all if you can place this centrally in your home. A couple things with it though. It does have Wi-Fi 6, which is also called Wi-Fi AX, 802.11ax, which is the newest, one of the newest versions of Wi-Fi out there. Definitely a lot faster, a lot more capable than the Wi-Fi AC, which was the previous kind of big selling Wi-Fi standard that allowed for better speeds, better range. A few things with this. Overall, in all my testing of different internet things to use this on, it did pretty well. It's not a bad Wi-Fi router at all. it's definitely not the top of the line. It does have some hooks here. If you want to mount it on the wall, you can put some screws in, not included, and have it mounted up against the wall. It does have 4 different antennas that you can adjust and play around. If you're putting it on the wall, you can have it set up like this, for example, or you can play around with them however you want them. Overall, not bad. Kind of one of the tough things here when it comes to testing of these is, I will say, the biggest thing that comes down to is the internet speed, is the internet speed coming into your home. If you have slow internet speed, it's not going to jump and be suddenly faster because you suddenly added another Wi-Fi router. So I think for most Americans, with this capable of Wi-Fi 6, I think very few people actually have internet speeds significantly fast or too fast for this to handle. If you're an American doing a gig or less, this is going to be able to handle that. Most Wi-Fi routers nowadays, especially if they're doing Wi-Fi 6, are capable of handling that. As always, being directly connected to Ethernet is faster and better. So there's always a downgrade when it comes to Wi-Fi. So the question comes is, how does this compare to similarly priced Wi-Fi routers when it comes to taking the internet you have and putting out the maximum amount of speed? And honestly, it's very consistent, I find. And I find it is very consistent and able to give a consistent experience when streaming out its internet compared to brand name routers. I'm going to call them brand name because they're brands that are more well known than the Speedefy one. This is the first time I've ever reviewed a Wi-Fi router from them. And I'll say that it is consistent in quality to other sub $100 Wi-Fi routers out there. So keep that all in mind. Now, I will put a link to this down below in the show notes if you want to find this. And if it will help you at all, leave me a comment and let me know what you think if you've had the ability to test this. Now, in my opinion, I'll give this 2 thumbs up. For being a budget-friendly router, it has a lot of features. It's very easy to set up. It does have parental controls. It does have a lot of the basic features you like. Not all sub $100 Wi-Fi routers come with the new Wi-Fi 6, the Wi-Fi AX standard. Having that on here is very nice. It allows for future-proofing a little bit with new devices coming out to support it. And don't want to have to buy a router now, and in a few years all your devices support Wi-Fi 6, so want to upgrade your router. It does come with all the features you want. Ethernet power cord, that's about it. Very simple to use instructions to set it up. So keep that all in mind. Though again, and this is not exclusive to this brand, I do wish that they would advertise the number of Ethernet ports out that you could actually use to connect to other devices through Ethernet. It's 5 total Ethernet ports, but one of them is dedicated to connecting from your modem to the Wi-Fi router. So you only have the ability for 4 Ethernet ports. I think most people are not me, who are not editing videos or maybe not have hardcore gamers, where Ethernet's not a big deal. Wi-Fi is plenty fast to do what most people do out there today. So keep that in mind with all that. Now, if you want to find this, I will put a link to it on Amazon down below, where you can find it there on Amazon and you can check out the current pricing. I always hate to kind of talk about pricing exactly. That's why I refer to this as a sub $100 budget-friendly Wi-Fi router, because pricing on this changes. If I'll give it the exact pricing here, it changes all the time. So if you want to find that, in the show notes down below, I have a link to it on Amazon, and I'll pin it in the first comment there. So keep that in mind. But if you're new here to me, be a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. And hopefully we can help you learn something new, whether it be about a device like this or so many other things. We would appreciate your support. All right, we thank you for your support. We'll be back with another video real soon. Check back again and check out our back catalog. Until then, take care everybody, be safe.